shouldn't have rodents. I have rats in my apartment.
Tonight on DC News Now, it's a rat race for families in a Silver Spring apartment complex who are still plagued with a rodent infestation. What county leaders say they're doing to resolve the issue.
A warning for drivers in Maryland. Pump the brakes or pay the price.
Folks would be a little more cautious and sure.
Families hoping the new fines will make streets safer.
Clouds are going to hang around as we head into the day on Thursday. We'll let you know when our next round of rainfall could also arrive.
It's time for the Epstein class to go, to be held accountable.
President Trump signs Epstein bill into law when the files could be released.
A look at the Commander's new home, the redevelopment plans for the old RFK Stadium.
We begin with breaking news on DC News Now at 9. President Trump signs a bill to release files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. The president could have ordered the release on his own months ago, but this new law now requires the Justice Department to give out all of those files as well as any information about the investigation into his death in a federal prison back in 2019. The feds have 30 days to do so, giving the agency time to redact victims' names. The DOJ cannot withhold information due to embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, but they can keep any documents that are part of an ongoing investigation. Developing now, an update on a story from last night. Families in Maryland who reported rodents running rampant in their homes, raising more troubling concerns. And now Montgomery County officials say that every single apartment will be inspected.
This all started when a young mom's video on TikTok showed the rats and roaches. Then several more families sharing images of the pest problems with DC News Now's Ben Dennis.
He's back there at the Silver Spring apartment complex. And Ben, what did they say when you told them about the county now stepping in?
Yeah, some action here tonight, guys. Chris and Susan, good evening to you. While not every single resident here at the Arrive Silver Spring Apartments has seen rodents and roaches, four people that I interviewed texted me saying that they're happy that county codes enforcement officials will soon step in.
I saw on those videos, and the reports that we're getting are absolutely horrible.
Montgomery County Council President Kate Stewart is not happy after rodents were spotted inside several apartments at the Arrive Silver Spring complex, including those spotted in viral TikTok videos from one tenant at her wit's end. Tuesday night, 4 additional people living at the complex reported rodents and roaches crawling through their homes.
We've woken up, seen rats literally on the toaster.
They don't take it serious. They don't take it serious.
We have roaches in the freezer, literally in the food. Whenever we be cooking, the roaches would just come in the food.
I'm on the 5th floor. I shouldn't have rodents. I have rats in my apartment.
County codes enforcement officials say they condemned the unit where the woman who posted the videos had been living, and now
100% of all the units will be inspected by our Office of Code Enforcement.
I don't know why this is still happening.
Cesar Diaz has been fighting Arise Silver Spring Property Management since his daughter Melanie died in a fire here. It was 2023. The 25-year-old and her dogs were found dead on the 9th floor in the building's fire escape stairwell. At the time, investigators said sprinklers and working smoke detectors were missing.
I'm going to still fight for every single person there, because if somebody will be doing something before, today I will have my daughter next to me.
Over the past 2 days, we have been reaching out to property management. Still no word after we brought these concerns to their attention. Councilwoman Stewart, though, says if any county resident has a health concern about their own apartment, that's probably a good idea to pick up the phone and call 311 so that those issues can be addressed. In Silver Spring, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, great work there, Ben. Thank you. There's new legislation in Northern Virginia hoping to crack down on sex trafficking at spas and massage businesses that are considered illicit. Organization that tracks sexual exploitation says trafficking victims are often recruited from foreign countries under false pretenses of legitimate work. Fairfax County now passing new legislation making it illegal to have sleeping quarters at spas and massage parlors. They also cannot use sexually suggestive advertising. And the county is requiring a background check or history of any past violations in other states.
What we're trying to do is create a non-permissive environment for the illicit massage businesses that operate in plain sight without impacting our legitimate massage businesses, which are an important part of our community.
The new ordinance starts right away, but the new licensing portion, that's going to take place in January.
All new tonight at 9, a veteran FBI employee is suing the Bureau for being fired over displaying a pride flag at work. According to the lawsuit, David Maltinsky received a letter from Director Kash Patel saying he was being dismissed over inappropriate display of political signage. The suit also says a pride flag had previously flown outside a field office. Maltinsky worked at the FBI for 16 years and was nearly finished with special agent training in Quantico, Virginia. He says in the suit he helped lead diversity initiatives during his time at the Bureau as well. In January, President Trump issued an executive order ending all DEI programs within the government. The FBI and Justice Department declining to comment tonight.
All right, let's turn our attention to meteorologist David Matson and chilly when I stepped outside tonight.
Yeah, we got the chill in the air and the damp feel still out there too. So yeah, it's fall-like to say the least, and we're going to keep that rolling as we head along here over the next several hours. Now, the main part about this whole forecast here, folks, is the clouds have been consistent across the area. We've had waves of clouds filling in throughout much of the day today, and we will keep those clouds around as we head through the night tonight. There are some of those clouds passing on through, and during these overnight hours too. All those low clouds don't usually get picked up as easily, but most of the area here is filled in with a good amount of cloud cover out there on this Wednesday night. So as we head on toward your Thursday morning, that's exactly how we're going to leave things, as temperatures are only going to fall a little bit more tonight. It'll be chilly, but not downright cold, with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s to start. We're going to continue to have low clouds, patchy fog in the mix, but despite all of that, we're not expecting any rainfall as we head into the day on Thursday, as this little bit of a dry break does continue for a bit longer. But as we head toward the end of the work week, should we be ready to bring out the umbrellas and rain jackets once again? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Developing now in the district, a man is killed in a shooting in Southeast, and police are searching for the suspect. Officers found the victim had been shot several times there on Valley Avenue, and he died there at the scene. If you have any information, police want to hear from you.
And new details also in the district. A man is sentenced to 6 years in prison for stabbing a Metro Transit officer at Navy Yard Station back in April. Prosecutors releasing this body camera image. You can see it here. It shows the weapon, which is a long, sharp screw he had between his fingers. Investigators say Eric Schliehoff jumped the gate, avoiding to pay. A sergeant tried stopping him using pepper spray. That's when police say Schliehoff stabbed the sergeant in the face. The jury found the 43-year-old guilty in the summer.
Developing now, House Republicans are set to vote on 2 bills that will reform the district's criminal justice system. One proposal will require mandatory cash bail for various offenses, a system D.C. eliminated for most nonviolent offenses back in the 90s. The other legislation will get rid of parts of the 2022 policing and justice reform, which limited some police actions, including chases and chokeholds. It was passed in response to the murder of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter protests. This is a developing story, and we will be sure to bring you the very latest both on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
Well, lead-foot drivers in one Maryland city will pay a pretty steep price for flooring it.
That's right. There are new speed camera fines that have kicked in. DC News Now's Tim Reed tells us how much it will cost you when you're just driving way too fast.
I spoke to some drivers here in Bowie, Maryland about the speed camera fines that will now cost more to pay. Some tell us they support it, while others say it's too expensive. If you drive through the city of Bowie, there's a good chance you will see speed cameras. The devices track your speed, and if you are traveling over the posted speed limit, the cameras take a picture of your vehicle tag, and a ticket will be sent by mail.
I think it would help to slow down. Folks would be a little more cautious, I'm sure, if they know that it's a possibility that you would get a ticket.
That I feel like it's targeting consumers and just everyday people for dollars that we already don't have. So yeah, I feel like it's tone deaf, essentially.
The city of Bowie's new speed camera fines started Wednesday. Many other communities in Maryland started October 1st when a state law went into effect. Penalties for speeding will now cost between $40 and $425, depending on how fast a driver goes.
One of the biggest complaints we get is about speeding through neighborhoods and congested areas.
The deputy police chief says the goal is to slow drivers down, and he's reminding motorists to watch your speed.
Be aware of what the speed limits are and to be aware of pedestrians.
I feel like there can be other ways to implement ways for people to slow down rather than raising prices.
Police say they are hoping the increased citations will just make a difference. In Bowie, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
We also have a major traffic update to tell you about in Northern Virginia. New express lanes on 495 are expected to open on Saturday. The project adding 2 new lanes in each direction. Oh, this will be such relief. It's hoping to ease the congestion for drivers on the Beltway. If you have 2 or more people in your car and an Easy Pass Flex, you can ride in the HOV lanes for free. VDOT is warning that you should be using plenty of caution as all drivers are going to have to get used to this new stretch.
Coming up here at DC News Now at 9, flu season could be nasty this winter. What doctors say could make it even worse than last year.
Use it or lose it. We are helping you stretch your dollar with deals on last-minute trips to burn up those vacation days.
And ahead at 9:30, neighbors weigh in on the future home of the Washington Commanders. Why some say pickleball is just as important as football.